Nestle girl, you like this look? I'm in here giving a battered woman tea because that's how I'm feeling right now. Y'all got me in here being slave to these videos on the Saturday. Girl, love it. I'm just about loving hip hop. Growing up hip hop, I know I'm 2 days late, but yesterday I had a date. Now let me stop lying. I ain't feel like doing nothing yesterday, so I didn't do it. So you gonna get this shit on Saturday. Alright, we gonna make this phone call quick because this show really wasn't giving a whole lot, but let's jump right on in. I want to say in the opening scene, I really do appreciate the fact that Deb gave Brandon the true tea about starting the label without being condescending and trying to dismiss his dreams. Deb's whole attitude is, I do believe that you've got the fortitude to be able to do this, but I need you to understand that it is tough. And there are a lot of things that are going to come across your table that I don't think you considered yet. But if this is what you want to do, keep doing what you're doing. So shouts out to Deb for that. I want to talk about Lil Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow, you ain't embarrassed that you got to do this? Like, the show ain't even getting enough traction for us to be able to say, oh, at least he can use the show as a way of getting his new music out there. Like, if that's the case, he really should have joined the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta or Love and Hip Hop LA. But it's just, every time I see Bow Wow, I just be feeling like, damn, this poor little girl done been reduced to having to do this. Work ain't honest, but I guess it's paying the bills and the child support, so I guess keep doing what you doing. I did like that organic conversation that Bow Wow and Zanique were having in the studio. Quiet as it's kept, Bow Wow and Zanique, if they weren't brother and sister, look like they both, because they understand each other and probably go back some couple years, would actually make a pretty good couple that could work. Keep your eye on that. Deb, honey, Deb don't mind wearing that blonde, honey. She just ain't got her color right yet. She need to go to Gaucher and let Gaucher die for her, because on the confessional it be sandy blonde. Sometimes it be mustard blonde. Other times it be potato salad blonde. I be like, Debbie, can you just figure out a blonde? And I'm sorry, Deb is too big, too strong for them to be calling her Debbie. Debbie is a petite, demure name. Her name Deb. 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 You know what I'm saying? Like this, not like this, okay? Yes, honey, y'all call her Deb or Deborah, okay? Yes, Deborah, that's a strong black woman named Deborah. Johnny said work ain't honest, and apparently it ain't paying the bills either. Mama said she had to get to that pole. She said she had to get it, how she lived, the music ain't selling. Deb label nor Brandon label gave her no advance. She ain't signed to no big label, so mama said she had to pay her bills. Now look, y'all, I thought we lived in a time that a bitch could strip and sing, and you already so branded as a damn stripper. I think every time people look at you, that's all they think. And maybe that's Deb's point, that we've got to get people to stop looking at you as a stripper and as a artist. But to Johnny's point, this artist shit ain't paying. And until your art start paying, that shit is a hobby. She got to take her ass to work. And if going to work means she got to shake her ass, and she better carry her ass, so she got to have a roof over her ass, okay? She's stuck between a rock and a hard place. I do think this. I think that Johnny's gotten used to living a certain lifestyle, expensive weaves, nice car, nice place to stay. And if she dumbed down her lifestyle for a little bit, maybe she wouldn't have to strip. She could live off of the odds and ends and the in-between checks that she get from doing the show. But who's to say? Willie, Jermaine Dupri's daughter's boyfriend, he looked nervous as hell coming to play basketball, and I do not know why, because baby, you was coming to meet the Little House on the Prairie, the Three Little Women's Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I wish somebody would get... First of all, Bow Wow is too short, and his skin and eyes is too light for him to be trying to intimidate any damn body. And is it me, or did Willie seem to be a little too preppy to be dating the daughter of somebody from the hip-hop circle? So maybe Jermaine Dupri's daughter wasn't raised around that street life, because he was just way too Carlton Banks, and I was just expecting him to have a little more street, strong black man swag, and he honestly looked nervous. Maybe it was the cameras. We gonna give him a ride, but let's talk about Deb giving Jhonni Blaze the business outside the Blue Flame. Baby, Deb came to light that whole fire. She gave Jhonni the business. And see, the thing about it is, Jhonni, if you're going to be out there crying with your weave and your tears, at least put some clothes on. You're not finna embarrass me and show up at my job. Then you taking me outside, showing off my assets to the customers who have not even paid yet. And I'm out here crying? Nah, mama, you gonna give me a moment to put a sweatsuit on or something, or a piece of sheet, or if they got some extra napkins or a paper towel, I can cover myself up before I catch a cold. And Deb just gave it to her raw, looking like Big Mama from Big Mama's house with that big old purse. Deb in this blend between Deb and these Deb give me a starter tranny with her fashions. Like, it be real masculine and then real feminine over here. Like, Deb came in a Reebok sweatsuit with a Gucci purse, and I just be like, okay, sir, I love it. Go off, Deb. But Deb got Jhonni ass together and let her know, if you're going to be working with me, you're going to have to do it my way. And here's the thing. I don't know if it's Deb's tone, if it's her resume, but when Deb talk, I listen. And Jhonni need to listen, but what Jhonni should have told Deb was, well, when I can't pay my bills, can I call you or can I move in with you? And if so, I give these people my 2-week notice today. Okay. Bow Wow, in that conversation he was having with his mama. It's something about the way Teresa be sitting up there talking about her that come off very fake to me. Like, she's going out of her way to try to be prim and proper, and you know you one of the homies, so just talk like one of the homies. It annoys me about her whenever she films. But she gave Bow Wow some good advice, and I'm believing everybody. It'd be different if Bow Wow straight up said, I'm not working with Jermaine because I want to go in a different direction. Bow Wow was not working with Jermaine because he's throwing a temper tantrum disguised as, I want to go in another direction. Now, I did eat up everything Bow was saying, that him and Pippin in the studio, they just got this organic flow that's just like bam, bam, bam. And I knock it. I know how it is when you're in a creative space and you find a new creative energy that inspires you. But I still think that there's nothing wrong with having Jermaine kind of overseeing the project and running it by him. Let me tell you something. I had to learn this the hard way with my own career. You cannot burn the bridge that brought you over. And I get that you trying to do something new, but you got to fuck your audience slow. You can't go from being the Bow Wow we used to know to this old new nasty thing. You better ask Brandy. You better ask Sierra. You better ask all these girls that we loved one way, then they came out with an album, they were totally different. Then they tried to go back to their old way, but we were already lost as an audience and their careers never got on track. Sierra had to go get married and Brandy had to go sit down and make videos in her bathroom down to the Instagram because of it. So Bow Wow, like, listen and pay attention what folks trying to tell you. Maybe sometimes flowers means we should just be friends, if you get my drift. Hang if you can hang. I ain't even finna start. No pain, no gain. In order to get something. Is it me? Or did Brandon's audition for his music group look like the waiting room at the food stamp office? Everybody in there looked like something was wrong with them. They didn't have no car or they walked to the damn audition. Or better yet, Brandon looked like he held that audition across the street from the wash house and people just walked over there while they was waiting for their clothes to dry because it was too hot in the laundromat. Like, it's just something just real bootleg about the way this whole label stuff is starting out. I don't like it. I don't need it. I don't want it. You're not the nigga for it. If you real bad, drop in the comments and tell me where that little piece of ad lib came from. Only the strong, independent lover and secretaries gonna know where that one came from, and I just gave you a clue. I love Ayana and her dad's relationship. The way that they're able to talk so freely amongst another without any pretense and without any, I'm the dad, you the daughter, listen to me. It wasn't to this episode that I noticed Ayana's breasts are really big and they got her ass looking like the humpback of Notre Dame. The people said she don't went ahead and got the reduction, and I'm glad that she did because she wasn't doing it for vanity. She was doing it for health, and quite frankly, it did have her looking like a humpback elderly person. You know how when the old people be in a home and you go get them on the weekend and walk them through Kmart and they be humpback like this and you be like, damn, is that a person or a dinosaur? That's what her body was on its way to. So shouts out to you for doing whatever it is you need to do to make yourself feel better, but moreover to make yourself healthy. Is it me? Or did Jhonni Blaze come to the studio to cuss Brandon out looking like a Jamaican crayon box? Yes, God, honey, she was giving me all kind of Crayola realness and coloring teas. Let me tell you something. And Brandon, y'all know I normally don't rock with Brandon, but he shut Johnny up, and for once the advice that was coming out of his mouth made some damn sense. He told that woman straight up, I'm not your manager, and he was like, "What you go? That lady is still my mama, and I can't be doing this, that, and the third, being caught up in the middle. I am your vocal coach." What Brandon did is called drawing boundaries. Okay, because I can't be dealing with your drama. It's going to take me out of my creative space. And y'all know I rarely agree with Miss Brandon, but he was right on that. Johnny having that tough life, she's easy to pop off. But I'm so tired of all these reality shows. This old cliche ass story about I had it so rough, I was this, I was that, and now I pop off and have no control of my attitude or my emotions. Been there, done it, fucked around. Okay, and after all this is what I found. If you don't check that shit, your career's going nowhere. Last but not least, Debrat, I feel some kind of way with you because you don't brought your ass down to Deb office and want to go in and let happen and just take Deb to the mat on what she need to be doing with Brandon, but yet you pussy popping and backpedaling when it come to damn Bow Wow. That same conversation that you was having with Deb about how she need to take this, that, and the third away from Bow Wow, you need to be having from Brandon, you should be having with yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. You did put a little autocorrect, a little comma, and a pause in there when you were talking about Wow, but you ain't laid the law down the way you could have, Brad, because you really do hold that auntie role in his life. And if you told him, if you got firm enough, because you know you's a strong black man, Martin Luther King style, if you told him to stop, look, and listen, you know that boy would. And this is what I need y'all hoes to do. Y'all see the kind of work I'm doing for y'all, calling y'all hoes on Saturday. So stop, look, and listen. Hit that subscribe button. I want you to pick up the phone every time I call. In order to do that, hit that little bell, baby, so you get a notification to your phone. It'll wake, bake, and shake every time I call. You never miss a call, including the Saturday calls. Never on Sunday. Monday's too soon. Hey, Tuesday and Wednesday just won't do. Thursday and Friday, the weekend begins, but my Saturday love will never end. And now that I'm through with y'all, the loves of my lives, my Saturday can begin. Bah!